Hi guys, it's Debbie. I am feeling better today, and I go into the store today, so that'll be good. Behind me are Gwen's paintings. I love Gwen and her style. I want to talk today about owning a retail store. Why retail? Um, Many retail stores are very cliche. Either women saying, "Oh, I want to open a store," and they just go buy some dresses they think will make it. The layers of owning any business really are true for any business, meaning that you just can't go into a business because, well, I guess on a whim. You can follow your passion and you can be impulsive, but you definitely have to have the layers and depth to understand what a business needs to succeed. And the number one thing, especially in fashion, there has to be passion, and there has to be an integrity of knowledge and a complete and utter understanding of the design, the ramifications of a fabric, the responsibility of a cut, a hemline, a button, a seam, an armhole, the fit of every minute detail of that garment. There has to be a story behind each piece. There has to be a story of where this piece really came from, where it originated. And I don't mean necessarily the item itself, but the design, architecture, and where did that architecture originate? Because typically fashion is a trickle down. So you'll see it in the couture lines, and you'll see it on the runway, and you'll see it for 120,000, and then eventually a few years later you will see it for a few $100s. As the other designers start to be influenced by that cut. So there has to be true passion, a true understanding, and complete study. Fashion is one of those careers that people think, well, I like fashion. And it really has nothing to do with that. You really, to succeed, have to totally get fashion. You have to have lived it, you have to have breathed it, you have to have worn it. There's not much fashion I haven't worn. I own pretty much every designer. I have pretty much every shoe designer, and it was all my research, truly, throughout my lifetime, and a necessity because I have always been immersed in this industry in some level, as you all know. So my number one thing is that no matter what business you go into, it has to be a natural fit for you. You cannot force it. You cannot just say on a whim, I'm going to do this, unless you truly have it in you to do this. If you really are craving it and you really think you know it, then take a step, because the part of the retail store that you fail to really envision is the day-to-day running, the team configuration, the books, the buying, the distributing, the selling, the receiving, the returns that you have to put to the manufacturer because there was an error in the design or there's a flaw or something breaks. Handling the day-to-day minutia is your test whether or not it's your passion. So I figured I would talk about owning a retail store from another perspective for you, just to start to get to understand. And the number one thing, if you think you want to get into fashion, or you think you want to get into a retail store, or you think you want to become a designer, the number one gift that you have got to possess, and if you don't, then you have to learn it, is connectivity. You have got to learn to smile and to be able to talk to just about anybody. You have got to understand people. You have to pick up signals, the unspoken word. What they're saying is different than what they're needing. And I highly encourage any of my young people who decide they're going to get into the design or fashion industry to really take a lot of psychology classes, because those are the skills that you need. It would be great if you could go bag at the grocery store or sit behind and be a barista, because it's people who connect, people who talk, people who care. Coming into Utra is not about selling something or buying something. It's about the connection. It's actually, as one of my clients left the other day, she goes, I came in for retail therapy, but not in the cliche way, because we spent half of the time on the couch just talking and catching up. And yeah, it was at the end of the day. And yes, I was tired and I wasn't feeling 100%. But that didn't matter, because in the end, all I wanted to do was take care of her. And all I wanted to do was make sure she left feeling better that day. So it's truly an industry about giving and about sharing and about loving. Unfortunately, many times in fashion, it's not a very nice industry. But that's okay, because I find that what I give out and what I reflect is what I will get back. And I approach all my brands that way. And if the brand doesn't reflect what I'm feeling, then I'm going to step away. So I guess have a great day. Follow your passion and you're going to be highly successful, because you can't help it. You're doing what you love. You get just energized from it. It's a tireless day when it's something you adore. And each day I come in, I'm never very bored. I'm just so excited to get the day started, because there's so many adventures waiting for me in retail, fashion, design, and the growth of Utra. So please go have a great day. It's sunny in Chicago. It's a little windy, but we're used to that. And I'm sporting my shorts today. I'm getting that spring going. All right. Bye, guys. Have an Utra chic day. Love you.